The Prince of Privacy. That is the name of the skit you guys need to watch. It is hilarious. It shows it shows Harry in this leaving Frogmore coming to California. And then the guy is on there talking about how they decided to leave because the family was after them. And then they got over here and did the Oprah interview. And then after the Oprah interview, they did the Spotify. And then he went down the list. He said Netflix. And then here come Harry with the spare book. And then he ends it with, oh, but don't forget about the therapy where he's going to help us all. And then it cuts off and he goes out and he says, what are they going to do next? It's just like, it's major when she's on The View. She's on when she starts being on the major networks here in the United States, it's breaking news. Okay. And the breaking news is what I have been talking about all day. All day. That's what's going on in the United States. The christening. Not just the christening. The prince and princess. The titles. Because it's not just about the christening. But everybody, it's in People magazine. It's in People Life. You can go to any grocery store and that's what's going to be on the page. Because it's not just about the christening, but it's about all the hoopla behind it. Her lying, talking about she invited the king and everybody else to come, as if he was going to get off the throne and come down to Montecito. Now that would have blew my mind. And I would have thought he was crazy. Yeah. Oh, it said, okay. He didn't came down here. He didn't got off his throne. Do you hear me? To come down here for her. Not the traditional way where she's down there and, you got the buggy with the baby and everybody's out. And it's just so awesome to see Kate do that. Like I was there for all three kids. Charlotte, Louise, if I'm saying his name incorrectly, and also George. I mean, it was wonderful watching Kate be a mom. We didn't get none of that with Meghan. That's when I knew. Then I said, why is she not going to let us see the baby on the step? Like you wait for that. And here he come with his goofy Harry. Here he come. But it was amazing. It was, what was amazing? Where's the baby? Hiding with his mama? Thinking she running stuff? Causing problems? No, I do not like Meghan. She is not someone that I care for, as you can see. And it's bad because the more followers I get, I kind of feel like maybe I need to back up off of her. Because she's a real person. She's not a fictitious person in this book. But I don't, there's one thing about anyone. I hate no one. You can be like the worstest person in the world to me and I will never hate you. That is just, I think hate is such a strong word. And I think it just takes it a little far for me. Because I don't hate anyone. I may dislike your character or dislike how you do things. And Meghan is that one of those persons. But hate, no. And I want the Sussex Squad to understand that there is no hate here. I don't play that. We don't. But it's just her behavior continues to affect those around her. And no one seems to hold her accountable for anything, and she just is allowed to do it. Now, I may be looking at it in a real weird way, but I'm looking at it in a way as a parent that at some point, I would have to tell little Kira, listen, this blackmail, this thing that you're trying to get out of mommy, like I don't have any more to give. And you're going to have to accept this from mommy. Because I also have things that I have to do. Charles, like run a country. You can't be giving in to these two, in a sense. Because you chose to put the name on the royal website. For what? You know what Neil Sean, what is his name? Neil Sean, I believe. Yeah, he was on a program. And he was trying to let us know that what we fail to understand is that they're not getting the HRH. So, that doesn't resonate with us. What we see is princess and prince. And the thing that she got on Oprah to say, and like this little choo-choo train that was going through the street did, pretty much told us that she hated the royal family and they hated her. And why would anyone want anything from that? I will never understand that. Cause can you imagine? Like if it was real what she was saying about the royal family, like honestly, if it was honestly real, then there would be really grave consequences. But now that people have realized that these are two flakadoos, and hopefully their kid's title will hold some value. But right now, their parents' titles hold nothing. The Sussex brand. You know, he's having something next week. I want to see how many people show up. A, out of curiosity, or B, just to support. Either way, you shouldn't go. What is he going to be talking about? Honestly, like what could he possibly say to any of us that would mean anything other than blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying. Like, he just did a therapy session that I refuse to listen to. I'm not even gonna, all I'm getting is tips of it. And all I know is this idiot charged people, like this man on the TV, this journalist, sorry, I didn't mean to call him man, said he charged for this therapy session. It was like a 2-for-1. Get the book and then you get, what the gimmicky of it all? A prince doesn't sell himself like that, Harry. You don't have to sell yourself. You're a prince. You used to be. She turned you into. You are no longer looked at as someone of that we would date. You don't want that. Here it is. I don't care who you are. I had a crush on them to a certain extent. Like, wow, what beautiful boys. What handsome young men they are. Wow. You know, some kind of respect or likeness. Like, okay, Harry, you got it going on, but I don't think that anymore. Like, ooh. Like, he is just, no. That is not who he is anymore. And so you can't be this royalty of Montecito if no one is like really wanting to hear what you have to say other than what stupidness is going to come out. For real. Because it just comes out and it's just like, what? Why is he talking? He's still talking. And Meghan talks to Obi Scobie. We didn't know about Frogmore and we invited them. You didn't invite Charles and them. And even if you did, when did they get it? 2 days ago? And who cares? And oh, this is the kicker. And you know, okay, you guys are not believing this. Saying that the royals snobbed Harry and Meghan because they didn't come to the baby shower. Is that really a headline? Here's why that's stupid. It's not a snob. It's just that I'm getting ready to be crowned king. Maybe it's not. Maybe it isn't about Charles. Maybe it is about Meghan and Harry, and we need to just focus our attention. We're already there. But when they just make these stupid decisions, there was nothing wrong with the christening. There was nothing wrong with that. Like, I was like, wow, great. I need to do Kira. And it hasn't been easy to try to navigate because we moved and everything's got to, So I'm just thinking about a couple of people, but to do the christening. But it made me, see how it took me there? Had me thinking about, okay, I got to get my baby's son. But then you have this little princess and prince. Like, what? That's when we stop to think, like, what is she talking about? You cannot be saying that. Listen, Sussex Squad, you guys are going to have to come up with some good stuff to fix your, you know what? I haven't seen them in a while. Honestly, I haven't. I do get that occasional, who do you judge? And they're right. They're absolutely right, because I am, who am I to be analyzing someone else? Sometimes I think that is true. But it always goes back to she let us into the circus. And I can't help but to think that she meant it to go another way, but it didn't go the way she thought it was going to go. And America is seeing that. And so, of course, the British. But you guys are made fools out of. And it ain't going away soon. Because every time you make a move, even now, as you don't even say if you're going or not. Not that I care. Like, I just think it's stupid that they don't even just, if they go, they go. They don't. But I really hope that they do. However, it's just, I think it's not as big a deal to me as the titles. Let's just put it that way. Them going is not the biggest to do for me. I mean, it's going to be great to me if they go, because they're going to go to support. But it will be very difficult for them to blend in with a tiara and shaking when they got all these shenanigan things going on. But that's going to be a sight to see. that is. But this is to me one of those, it's like that Spare book that came out. Here we go, Spare. Here's another thing that has come out that doesn't make these two look good. It doesn't. Because they say all through that it's not about the titles. It's never been about the titles. But it is about the titles, because you decided to give it to them yourselves without Charles even announcing it first. And so I don't know why, Sean Neal, that Charles would feel like, since they did it, we got to go ahead and do it. No. And it's their birthright and all of this stuff. Yeah. But you're going to give it, I'm going to give it to you when I get ready to give it to you. Not when you take it upon yourself to decide for me. And that's the way it makes it seem. But even if it doesn't, the mere fact that they have it after they went in, these two crazy people, you know what? That's shocking to us all. Because I will never let the family element in that. How can you? There's a lot of things that goes on about who she is, who Harry is, how he grew up, and all these details in between. But when you get through the red tape of all, and then the love story, and then how they met and all that, when you get through all of that, and you get to the meat of it, you find out you have two people that are so disrespectful, that are so unlikable, and only beat to their own drum, and can't hear anything or see anything other than what they want. It's dangerous, and it just blows my mind. And how it can continue to be silent and then keep doing it. And then the kicker is to have a group of friends. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't, because you need a support group. And hopefully that support group is helping you be better than keep showing us who you really are. This self-centered, selfish person that is all about me. And now that I've gotten what I wanted, by hell or high water, I really don't care who I hurt or what the consequences were or how it made me look or what I said. I got what I achieved. At what cost?